Alexandra Eala hits new career best milestone right before the Australian Open. Alexandra Eala has enjoyed a strong start to her 2026 season, having reached the semi-finals of the ASB Classic. Alina Svitolina clinched the ASB Classic title in Auckland, winning her final against Wang Xinyu, who knocked out Eala. The 20-year-old was the fourth seed at the WTA 250 tournament, but was beaten 7-5, 5-7, 4-6 by 7th seed Wang. Still, she can be really proud of her efforts in Auckland, where she also reached the doubles semi-finals alongside fellow young star Iva Jovic. Alexandra Eala earns career-high rank ahead of Australian Open debut. Eala and Jovic beat Venus Williams and Svitolina in their opener, while the Filipino ace beat the likes of Donna Vekic and Magda Linette in singles. Thanks to her efforts, the rising star has now risen to number 49 in the WTA Tour rankings, which represents a career high. It is a fantastic achievement from the 20-year-old, and one that should provide her with a massive confidence boost at such a key stage of the season. The Australian Open is rapidly approaching, with Eala now set to enter the hardcourt tournament on a real high. She has featured at the French Open, Wimbledon and the US Open, but is now set to make her Australian Open main draw debut. Alexandra Eala's entire WTA rankings history. Eala has achieved fine success in her brief career on the WTA Tour so far, typified by her rapid rankings rise. She claimed a WTA 125 title at Guadalajara in the 2025 season, during which she also reached the Eastbourne final. But her finest efforts undoubtedly arrived in Miami, where the wild card beat Iga Swiatek and Madison Keys before a semi-final loss to Jessica Pegula. In her first Grand Slam season, she suffered first-round exits at the French Open and Wimbledon, before reaching the US Open second round. She did attempt to qualify for the Australian Open main draw in 2023, 2024 and 2025, but fell short every time. Even with an unflattering record, Eala will still likely pose a threat in Melbourne, where the top players will certainly want to avoid her early on. A rising star ascends, Alexandra Eala's new milestone and the dawn of her Australian Open breakthrough. In the world of tennis, there are moments that transcend mere rankings, trophies, or statistics. Moments that signal a young athlete's journey from potential to promise fulfilled, from aspiration to fruition. For Alexandra Eala, the Filipino sensation whose name now resonates beyond the courts of Manila and into the global arena, such a moment has arrived just in time for the 2026 Australian Open. As the tennis world looms toward Melbourne, Eala has achieved a new career-best milestone, ascending to world number 49 in the Women's Tennis Association singles rankings, a historic first for a Filipino player. This triumph did not come by chance. It was forged through grit, determination, and performances that have turned heads and broken records. The breakthrough in Auckland, a prelude to greatness. The beginning of 2026 saw Eala compete in the ASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand, a key warm-up event on the WTA Tour. Against a competitive field, she battled her way through 3 singles victories, including a significant win over experienced player Donna Vekic, a testament to her growing maturity on the tour. It wasn't merely the victories themselves that impressed, it was how she won them, with resilience, tenacity, and a strategic sharpness that belied her age. Though her run ended with a tough 3-set semi-final loss to China's Wang Xinyu, the performance was enough to catapult her world ranking higher than ever before. From number 53 entering the tournament, Eala surged to number 49, surpassing her previous best of number 50. This not only marked her best ranking but symbolized her potential to not just compete, but to thrive among the elite. More than a number, the symbolism of number 49. At first glance, a ranking might seem like a mere digit on a leaderboard, an algorithmic snapshot of recent results. But for Eala, world number 49 is much more. It represents historic achievement. She is the first Filipino tennis player ever to reach the WTA Top 50, a breakthrough that reshapes perceptions of Philippine tennis on the global stage. Validation of growth. From junior prodigy and ITF Tour standout to WTA main draw competitor and now a top 50 professional, her ascent mirrors years of focus, sacrifice, and refinement. Momentum into a Grand Slam. As Eala prepares for her first main draw appearance at the Australian Open, this new career high signals confidence and readiness to take on tennis's biggest moments. For a sportsperson, such milestones are more than promotional talking points. They're landmarks on a journey filled with grueling daily grind, setbacks, and quiet triumphs often unseen by the public. From juniors to the big league, a journey of resilience. Alexandra Eala's rise was not overnight. Like many champions before her, it is the result of years of perseverance. Early promise shone through when she became a junior Grand Slam champion, lifting the U.S. Open junior title, a sign of her prodigious talent. She battled through qualifying rounds at previous Australian Opens but fell short, a humbling experience that would forge her competitive grit. Her standout moment in 2025 came at the Miami Open, where as a wild card she made history by reaching the semifinals of a WTA 1000 event, becoming the first Filipino ever to achieve this feat and defeating multiple top 10 players along the way. That momentum helped propel her into the top 100 for the first time, another national first. Along the way, she also captured a WTA 125 title in Guadalajara, a competitive achievement that further solidified her confidence and tour credentials. This path was not a straight line. There were moments of defeat, like tough losses that left her on the brink of breakthrough but not quite over the threshold. Yet with each setback, she seemed to absorb lessons, intensify her training, and sharpen her mental game. The significance beyond the racket. Eala's emergence is not only a personal milestone, it embodies something far greater for young athletes, especially in nations where tennis isn't traditionally seen as a dominant sport. In the Philippines, a country passionate about basketball, boxing, and boxing stars like Manny Pacquiao, Alexandra's success offers a new athletic narrative that a Filipino, and more importantly, a Filipina, can rise to prominence among the world's best in a global sport historically dominated by powerhouses from Europe, North America, and Australia. Young players who might have looked only to the familiar paths of other sports can now see a tangible roadmap, a mirror of possibility. Her achievement ignites dreams in communities where tennis balls and courts can sometimes feel distant from everyday reality. Her battle cry, to dream bigger, chase harder, and love deeper, resonates not just as sporting mantra but as life philosophy for anyone striving to defy expectations. Melbourne awaits. A new chapter begins. As Eala turns her attention to the Australian Open, the significance of this milestone takes on even greater meaning. This will be her first appearance in the main draw at Melbourne Park, the one Grand Slam that had eluded her entry by direct qualification. In previous years, she battled in qualifying rounds but didn't break through. Now, armed with a top 50 ranking, she enters the biggest stages with confidence, belonging not as wild card or hopeful,